that Chicago is a great place when you're starting out. It's the can-do city, and we all, Chicagoans, we all respect somebody that's just trying to create something out of nothing.
I realized that we needed to create a much larger writing community that encompassed the spectrum of the city and who was in it, and to account for the vibrancy and the totality of the voices that are in Chicago as a whole.
And so I think that we as poets, as writers, it is much more important to be involved in this culture, politics, and whatever economics, whatever rule our lives. You see, I cannot sit down and write about love and you're not dealing with the loss of these people each and every day.
Words make us. They make the body in front of us. The formal decisions in the poem create the encounter.
If you're brave enough to get up and perform some part of your life or some experience that you've had, and then somebody's brave enough to come up afterwards and say, all right, we're not that different from each other, you know, that's the point for me. That's it.
This work, we believe in the power of art and poetry to affect and change civic discourse, and that art and poetry should have a platform in the public sphere and not be relegated to the sides, whether they fund the arts or not, but that our expression and this radical diversity and radical democracy ultimately is going to be the thing that saves this country.
And so I see my role as a cultural stabilizer, as a cultural warrior, as someone who does not shine toward the lights.
The lights turned on and off, signaling the beginning of the performance, and I said goodbye and found my seat. The crowd applauded as the conductor entered, settling himself in front of the orchestra, and then silence. I'd never heard so loud a silence. And he lifted his arms. This is the moment when back in my 20s I would sink and drown and hide, burying myself under all that sound, but now I am leaning forward, excited, anticipating the explosion of the instruments, but for some reason I turn away from the orchestra and instead look down at the line of audience next to me, this long sea of people, all of us waiting, all of us about to fly. Thank you.